Today is Columbus Day, for those of you not keeping score.
So that means the government's double shut down.
It's double shutdown. There was a double. The fact that Mike Johnson was still there is beyond crazy. Because it's double, triple shutdown today. Quadruple. It couldn't get more shutdown if they tried. By the way, Columbus is demonized. I'm not going to lie to you. He was kind of Richard. All right? Just want to point that out to you. There was times that Columbus was kind of Richard. But what he did was arguably the greatest thing in humankind. Don't take it from me. Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about Columbus.
Okay, I think him coming to America was the most significant thing to ever happen in our species.
Whoa.
I think it was the most significant event to happen in our species.
Think about that. And the reason was, so you had obviously the Straits, right? So you had the tip of China, everything's together. They got the big, giant, huge bridge. Everybody wanders across, and by everybody, not a lot. Then it melts, and all of a sudden, these people are over here, so they populate North America, Central America, South America. There's 8 families, so 8 bloodlines for all of us. All of us. That's it. And when there isn't the branching off, things don't always go well. And when because they were cut completely off from the rest of the world. Kind of like Australia. He goes out to point out that, but we've talked about this for years on my show. Think about Australia. What do they have? They have mammals with pouches, right? Marsupials. They have those. They have weird things. Why? Because they're cut off completely from the rest of the world. It's just a different place. So what Columbus did, like it or not, brutal as it was, and it was brutal. It was a brutal time. It wasn't a simple time, right? You rolled in, let's be honest, if it was the 1400s and you rolled off a boat, right, and you saw Giant Bell rolling at you, right, his hair flowing in the wind, right, Ken and I behind him look like crazy-ass Vikings. You know, we got some hatchets in our hand. Maybe, and we see you, we've never seen anything like you before in our life, maybe there would be some unease. Just a smidge. And by the way, we have a finite amount of people. We landed on your land. You may have 100,000 people. We don't know. You know, we have a few boats. That's it. Right? It's not a clown car, right? They're not just coming out over and over again.
And what did it take to run a boat? About 75 people?
Yeah.
So they had, like maybe 325.
Maybe 325. There wasn't subs out there. There was none of that stuff. Just Ken and I rowing, row, you know. So what he did was amazing. Now, it would eventually happen anyways, but he did it. And yeah, it was a bit brutal. It was horrible. Nobody's denying that. Still also never showed up on North American land. Just like to point out that everybody thinks that he rolled in. He didn't land on Plymouth Rock. He didn't? No.
That was the Pilgrims.
Sure? I'm pretty sure he did. No, he didn't. Hispaniola, the Dominican, those areas. But he opened up something. But what he did was he brought humans to an area that had been cut off from these other humans. And now this is what we have. We have a new branch, and then another branch, and another branch. Did he bring disease? He did, by the way. You know what he brought back? Syphilis, gonorrhea. He brought that back to Europe. So look at that. But you cannot sit there and go, well, he didn't really do anything. He was a bad person. No, he was a person who in his time was a rock freaking star that undertook something that was crazy at the time. Because even though, the world was, nobody's going to fall off of it. Everybody by then had known. But you still had no idea. There was no satellite, right? There wasn't like, hey, there's going to be some wind over here. You know, we should really probably delay it a little bit. No, there was just like, hey, I hope we make it out of the harbor.
And thank God he decided to cross the Atlantic and not the Pacific.
Yeah.
The Pacific, he would have thought, just went on forever.
Yeah. I mean, so amazing. So when everybody freaks out and goes, oh, my God. No, brilliant. Absolutely incredible. Yes, he was a Richard. Get over it. Absolutely get over that portion of it because this was a time when there was, like I said, you roll up to another place, you'd be a little nervous too. Just a smidge. And we know a lot more. A lot more.